Hello, fourth grade. What you're going to be doing for day 2 of our Game Fair project is you're going to be filling out your graphic organizer. You'll either have the paper copy or you'll have the digital copy. If you're using the digital copy, what you'll first need to do is sign into your Gmail account. How you're going to do that is you can sign in through Clever, or you can go on Google by using your AR username at isd656.org and using your AR password. They're also in the directions of the Seesaw activity. Once you're seeing this digital slide, you'll be able to click on the upper right with those 3 dots, and you'll need to click on Share and Export, and you'll need to click on Make a Copy. If you look on the upper left hand, it'll say Copy of Game Fair. So what you should do is, when you are seeing the first slide, it's going to say Game Fair 2020, and you're going to type on the name of your game. So this is where you can kind of think of, as you've already designed your game, you're thinking of names, and maybe it should be something about your character, something about the levels, or something about the overall goal that you need to do inside your game. So for my game, from the first lesson, I'm going to call mine Frog Jumper. And you'll be able to create using different colors and everything later on our third day. Then if I click on my second slide, I'll see game description. What is the story behind your game? If I'm looking at an example of the game of this Bouncy Penguin game, it says right here on the bottom, bounce around the world to meet your penguin love. Become the best penguin on the leaderboard. Launch a penguin as far as you can. Fly fast, bounce high, brilliantly escape obstacles in all locations. Upgrade your penguin to become the best on the leaderboard. So, as you can see from that game description, it kind of gives you a pretty quick clue of what you should be doing inside your game. Remember, you can just write down about 3 sentences that just describes your type of game. If I look at the characters on the third slide, it says who's your main character, who are the other characters, describe them. A good example of this is when I pull up on the App Store of Marvel Strike Force Squad RPG. If I'm looking at the second paragraph, it says, in Marvel Strike Force, ready for battle alongside allies and arch rivals in the action-packed, visually stunning, free-to-play game for your iPhone or iPad. An assault on Earth has begun and superheroes and supervillains are working together to defend it. Lead the charge by assembling your ultimate squad, including Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Loki, Venom, Captain America, and Iron Man as you enter strategic combat against an all-new enemy threat. So in this one, it's kind of describing all the different characters. You may only have 2. That is completely fine. We're going back to my slide with slide 4. Rules of your game. How do you get points? How do you get to the next level? How do you win? Depending on your type of game, you're going to have different ways of how you can describe to your reader how do you get points. If you're using a puzzle game, how do certain people get points? Are there power-ups? Do the power-ups have, different point values? If you are playing the up-jumping game, like in my frog game, there are power-ups that made you jump really, really high. Each level, it describes that each time you get higher in that game, you create more points. So you'll be describing here. Make sure you answer each question. That'll get you about 3 sentences. In the 5th slide, with the enemies or obstacles, describe the enemies and obstacles in your game. Give detail. So, if we went back to here with the Marvel Squad RPG game, I kind of describe who you're up against. So there's going to be villains, with superhero villains, superheroes, and then you're also just talking about the different types of levels. If you don't actually have a specific enemy, like for example in the up jumping game, it just matters if you fall off and then you don't get to continue. And in the 6th slide, it's going to have author's purpose, persuade. Why should people play your game? Give reasons to persuade people why they should play your game. At least 2 or 3 paragraphs. This is where you're going to have to take your time, where it goes with it. So, in this game with Marvel Squad, it's giving different reasons you can see in the upper with the bold lettering. So strength through evolution. Outfit and upgrade your superheroes and supervillains to become stronger than ever before. Strategic domination. Who you bring to the fight matters. Pair up specific superheroes and supervillains to perform combo moves to take out enemies. Expert in fight tactics and 5 vs 5 battles give you the power to vanquish the greatest villains of the Marvel Universe. Alright, so if I was writing this in my slide, I would just be typing, you should play Frog Jumper because it's the best game out right now on mobile. I'm trying to sell my game. I'm trying to persuade people to buy it. If you like skilled games, then this game is for you. But I warn you, only the best can move on. Come play Frog Jumper today. So I wrote about 3 or 4 sentences. So that's about 1 paragraph. So you should be coming up with different examples of why people should be playing your game.